You've had the highest scoring teams you faced in the last 14 days. You hold them to 3 points. I just said the Mona Lisa, the Rembrandt, the Sistine Chapel. Like this has got to be for a defensive coach the highest moment and the highest. This has got to be the Everest. I can't think of anything else to describe it. All the odds are against it.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a great performance by our football team. We did what we had to do, and we scored enough points. We played good enough defense. We controlled field position in the kicking game. Steve made a big kick. Everybody contributed. It's just one of those. We got one of these teams that they find a way to win, and they played their best in the biggest games, and they certainly did that tonight.
Yeah. You know, Coach, the first half, you know, the game was tight. And we knew just from history that you guys were going to go in, make some halftime adjustments. Talk to us about the halftime adjustments and how you were going to open up that running game in the second half.
Well, it was tough. I mean, certainly they played well defensively, and finally we got it going in the fourth quarter when we went to the 2 tight ends and went to empty, and we were able to get some matchups there and hit Rob down the seam, got Julian on a couple matchups against the linebackers and got the touchdown. So that was big for us. Then on the last drive, we hit a couple of those power runs, you know, double team kick out and run up inside and got the ball across midfield, and Steve made the kick. So it just, you know, I felt like we were moving the ball, but we just couldn't finish. We'd get a penalty or get a negative play and get a couple first downs, and then it's 2nd and 12 or 3rd and 13, and you know, they're too good on defense to convert those.
Let's take it. So you had the ball, you got 3 points till mid-4th quarter. So what were the Rams doing that prevented the scoring? I mean, yes, you made a couple some mistakes. What were they doing that surprised you a little bit, Coach?
Well, they basically played zone on 1st and 2nd down and played man-to-man on 3rd down. And that didn't surprise us. Again, I'd say where we had problems when we got into long yardage. Now, they made a couple stops on 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 at the end of the half. They covered Rob over the middle, and then we got stopped on 4th and 1. So, but essentially that's what the game was. When we were picking up first downs, we just weren't able to string enough of them together before they could make a play or get us into a longer yardage situation.
I want to go to Patriots history, not the big picture yet, and then with these guys, but since you've started here, Troy Brown, Wes Welker, now Julian Edelman, who is now
Danny Amendola.
Danny Amendola. There are others in that. Look, the patterns, etc., are different from 2001 to 2007. Well, that was Randy, but you know what I'm saying. To
every pattern's different with Randy. There's no other Randy Moss. There's Randy Moss and there's everybody else. That's right.
But
no, we've always had great slot receivers. And we've always had good backs. We had, you know, we had Kevin Falk, and then we had Vereen, and then we had James White. So we've always had good production out of our running backs, especially on 3rd down, and our slot receivers.
But in crunch time, here was Edelman.
Yeah,
the MVP.
absolutely. Again, you know, Julian's a tough kid that makes yards after the catch, and you know, he's just a great competitor. And he competed hard today. You know, in those zone coverages, he was able to find some space in there. Tom hit him, and you know, he made a couple big 3rd down conversions for us as well. In the end, we got the matchups on Gronkowski on the touchdown drive, which really made the difference.
You know, Coach, we talked all week. You heard everything about Brandon Cook was in the New England Patriots camp, then he got traded to L.A. Can you talk to us about your approach to taking him out of the game? Because I think defensively, y'all had a great game plan to utilize him.
Well, we basically put Gilmore on the whole game, and it was a mix of man and zone coverage, and then we doubled Woods, and those are really the 2 guys that you know, we were most concerned about. Obviously, you know, Anderson and Gurley in the running game, and Reynolds and Everett as well in the passing game. I mean, they got too many good guys. You can't double everybody, but we've had a lot of double coverage on on Woods, and basically Gilmore on Cooks.
Coach, when you're trying to make this game plan against the Rams, the only other team that kind of did this to them were the Bears late in the season. Were they the biggest influence? Was that the film that kind of gave you some ideas, or what were the influences coming into this game that said, this is how I want to attack this football team?
Well, we just felt like we had to put something together that would neutralize the running game and their big play action passes on early downs. That's really where they've killed people all year, is the 120-some explosive plays that they've had. So we felt like if we could, you know, make them drive it, make them earn it, similar to what the Lions did to them, to make them, you know, just run a lot of plays and get them in 3rd down. We felt like we'd have a chance to get them off the field on 3rd down, and you know, ultimately we were able to do that. And really, the play of the game defensively was the blitz. When Brian Flores called the blitz, and Gilmore played the play perfectly and just went up and high pointed the ball, and that was obviously a big play for us in the game.
And Coach, Tom is 41. everything about today is unprecedented. That's another thing that's unprecedented, that this guy is just, he doesn't show, and there's no chinks in the armor at 4. It's not possible. Can you explain this thing that's inexplicable?
Well, nobody prepares harder than Tom. He has great anticipation and awareness, and he gets the ball quickly to the guys that have the best opportunity to make plays with it. So we know he's not going to make any yards with the ball in his hands. He's got to get it to somebody else, and he does that quickly and efficiently. So Tom's had a tremendous year, and again has played great at the biggest times. The touchdown drive at the end of this game, and the touchdown drive last week in Kansas City, and the start we had against the Chargers. So. You just can't say enough about Tom Brady. He's a great football player.
And a couple of 3rd and 1s. We were Randy and I were watching the game together. We were looking for that vaunted, now that he's 1,000-yard back, Tom Brady 1-yard run. I mean, where was it?
Well, they kind of took that away from us. So,
and Dominican Sue and Donald might have something to do with it, right?
Yeah.
Look, Coach, you're big on, and I know part of the answer because we've visited many times. It's for the history books, etc. And I'm not asking you to put, because you're not done, as has been documented. This is your 40th playoff game together with Tom in this run. You're obviously 9th Super Bowl, 6th win. There will be more chances. You certainly are going in every season like that. It's 2 decades. It's different players except for the quarterback. What makes it different? I know you'll say it's the players. He was with you a little bit. Randy can probably answer for me. But look, this is 2 decades of this. You're a football historian.
Boomer, players win games. I'll tell you that. Players win games. You can't win games without good players. We've had a lot of great players.
But you can't win. Players can't win if they don't have good coaching.
Well, they can't overcome bad coaching. I know that.